Hey, this is I want to do a training on the 3D animation workflow. So I want to show you this diagram here where we'll have the story, and then each story will have a scene 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this will be duplicated for every scene. Each scene will have music, lighting, characters, and camera movement. And in the character, there's motion and there's voice for the character. Okay, and in the music, there's sound effects and other stuff like that. But I want to make sure that we cover the lesson here. So what I did that was I broke that into a project board so that we could kind of do the story collaboration, the voiceover, music sounds, character creation, scene assets, motion capture, and lighting, camera movements, and all that stuff, and then break them up into teams. I'm gonna actually hide all this so that it's just that, and then we can actually do all the other stuff inside the board. Or I don't know, we could put it on there. I don't know. Up to you guys, so you can see on at a glance rather than having to open it every time. But when we make a copy of this duplicate here, we can then reference the video that we did in the other stuff. So whatever videos of wedding vows or whatever it is, symbolism of this, you click it, so we reference that video, so we can go back to it. And this is just breaking it down to a 3D animation for that video. Okay. So for the story collaboration, everyone will be on there, even me in the beginning, and then once you guys are doing well, I will probably take myself out of it so you guys power through. And I think that everyone should have a way to um, follow this here. In the announcement. Oh, I should copy this. This should be in my template actually. I don't know. I mean, I'll just put an announcement for now for training. Yeah, training. So make sure that all collaborators can are in the scene. Collaborate to make sure that all scene makes people feel something. So when people watch a video, I think they want to feel something. When people want to buy something, they want to feel something. Why do you buy over one brand over another brand? Because that brand maybe makes you feel that you trust this brand. They can deliver what they promise, and so when you watch a show or a movie, you kind of want, especially in the movie trailer, we create a trailer for that movie as a short, kind of like you want to feel something with that. That hey, I want to watch that movie because it's teaching me a lesson or whatever it is. They're going through a journey, and I can relate to that person, kind of thing. Okay. So that's all in the Pixar style training in here, which I won't reference, but you'll have to go over here to reference all that. I kind of copied some of that into it, but the videos are there, so you can watch all these people tell how to make a Pixar style movie. And also show don't tell is important too. I think I need to include that in there. And there's examples of that. Okay. Alright, so going back over to here. The story should introduce a character in which they're in routine life, and then give character opinions, so that the opinions should be understandable. It doesn't have to be right or wrong. So let's say if I believe the world's gonna end, so he's gonna be a prepper, he's gonna do this, but then you encounter someone that hey, everything's great, the world's not ending, and so these two people are gonna, in their beliefs, will clash, and then that breathes life into your character, and what they believe. And then these other emotions come out because they're not agreeing it. They become the villain, and then realize that what they believe, in their resistance to change, coincidence gets them in trouble, and then coincidence forces characters to have to adapt to changes, and no one serves the easy way out. Characters themselves have to figure it out. It's not easy but difficult to learn the lesson. And then at the end of the day, they're gonna learn that hey, even though I'm a prepper all day, it's crazy because you can't live like that. You have to also understand that it could happen, but it's not happening right now. So live life, and enjoy the people around you instead of prepping all the time or whatever. So that's the story. So you won't know what the story is about to the end, but basically it's just about us people. We have our own struggles, we have our own experiences, and we like to stick to our own ways. But then when something goes against that, we struggle against it. But then we have to learn to also understand that hey, you know what, it's okay to to learn from my belief, and adjust to another belief, I guess. So and then the stories will be about us. So people, people who experience loss, or people who are, trying to do something, but there are people pushing them down, or people trying to have dreams, but everyone's popping their dream bubble, kind of thing. All right. So anyway, so that's part of this story here. So the story is want to introduce this character. So these are sub bullets to that. And the second part, the safety of the routine is shattered by unexpected change. The character in the story goes against the change. From the experience, they reach a lesson, and then they teach the lesson of what they learn. Okay. So make sure you use the facial motions of Revolution Digital Soul Pack. I had purchased that here. Make sure it is the cartoon bundle. I have the cartoon designer, so you can create any cartoon figures you want. And also, it has the hair designer in there too, so you can then also create whatever you like. So let's I think this is this one here. I'm gonna show you. That's this Toon Figures. It's got everything you need to create all these people, clothing and all. Change the size, style, and you should have all the smooth stuff that I'm looking for, and it'll limp sync it and all this other good stuff. Okay. I've also gotten the hair package, so you could add whatever hairstyle you need, and you can make it bounce and give it bangs or whatever, hairstyle it kind of thing. Okay. All right. So going back over here, so make sure that's taken care of. So it'll be 2 seats. I mean, there's actually one license for the character creator and one license for clone. I don't know about computer resource, but whoever has the computer resource can one do the iClone, and then the other person do the character creator. Okay. And yeah, so proper. So we'll talk about that. Use proper cinematic lighting. I also purchased the lens flare kind of thing, so you can make the scene, whatever it is, fancy and all this other cool stuff. I don't think I have that to show you right now. Maybe I can search for it real quick. Content store, lens flare. Yeah, lens flare. So I kind of picked this one up. So you can have all kinds of dramatic special lens effects of the scene, kind of glowing lights or candles or special moments and all this stuff. So you can add all these whatever stuff to kind of enhance the scene, the emotion, the sadness, the happiness, whatever, I don't know, kind of thing. Alright. Okay. And also use good background music. Yeah, so if it's sad, use sad sound, use some dramatic effects in it and sound effects if you need to enhance emotion. And create traditional Pixar style toon characters, which is clean and smooth faces and hair. And then the voices, where we'll use voices as much as possible. If there's certain things where we need to actually clone like certain YouTuber's voice or celebrity's voice or whatever, we'll use this. So let me know, I'll pay for it, and you can then train a voice, your own voice or whoever's voice, celebrity's voice, and then make it talk. And these are actually a live voice library. This is more for gaming, but they also have pre-built characters that are kind of dramatic, like a wizard or a cowboy or whoever. So they're kind of like more like actors, kind of thing. And you can kind of play these here, and you can use these voices and adjust it so that's a little more dramatic. And it's just, rather than like a narrative kind of tone with the voicer, it's more of like an acting voice kind of. So they're more exaggerated and stuff like that. So you can play through that.
I guess those defense protocols could use some revision.
Yeah.
I did my best, but I can only follow the instruction.
Yeah, let's see if this is more cowboy.
Jones! Yeah. Take Williams and circle around back. I'll keep the Duke boys busy. There are many women in this town who can make...
Yeah, so it's a little more actor, kind of more video gamey, which if there's certain scenes that need that, then use it, okay? And I'll let me know and I'll pay for that too. Alright, so with that, I've kind of broken it down into these roles over here for storytelling. Everyone should, on the collaboration team, everyone should be in there to make sure that there's some motion. If there's some scenes missing, like, hey, maybe it talks about a character, but it's just like, well, where's the background story of the character? I'm not really feeling like it just out of nowhere they're getting married. Like, I have no feeling for this. Well, maybe we need to have a feeling, some scenes where it's showing the relationship develop between the guy and the girl and having so much fun, and then they got married and then they died, or whatever. And then you're like, oh my gosh, it was happy, and then they sad, and they But then if they got married and died, you're like, okay, well, I don't care about them. They don't even know who they are, right? So we need to develop the characters and stuff like that in the scenes. So that's what the collaboration team is about. So when we are in the story, let's say we created one here, we would then create the scene down here for each one. Scene 1, you know, and then we can make sure that, hey, in scene 1 we also check to make sure scene 1 has the collab team, the audio team, you know, whatever, it's all taken care of in here, so that each scene will have its own set of stuff. When collab on that one scene, make sure it's good, the voiceover for that, it's all broken up. Okay, so audio team, click, add, and then we'll click a link to this Google Drive for the voiceover, a Google Drive in a separate folder for music. I don't know if you need to separate them or not, but I kind of did for now. If you think it needs to be in one folder, we'll change it later. Character team will assign who's going to be the one creating the characters. We need a list. We need, you know, name. We need a female, whatever, name Amy. So maybe we'll have to do something like this. Call it, you know, Amy, girl, 10 years old. You know, describe it. Going to Japan or something like that. And then we have the one character. We need another guy, Brad, military guy, 38-year-old military guy. Dixie's wearing a suit, you know, a navy suit or something like that. So we describe what you need, and then we'll kind of put it here, collaborate with the team based on the scene, and then the character will create it, and once it's all done, boom, boom, then we know that the character's done. Okay, so we can do it that way. So we're going to be descriptive as possible based on the scene that we have, and be able to create a list of that. Now, we also have motion capture. I think I want to assign it to Mavic, or I think I'll have it signed here in roles. In the character team is Mavic, yeah. So I think she can do the motion capture and animate, put that all in there. And then for right now, Vincent will have iClone. Mavic will have character. And I might also have Vernon here too. Mignette has some resource issues, so I think she can either help with audio, getting the voice, collecting all the, you know, assets like the chairs, the tables, the trees, the bushes, to help build the scene. And so even here we could put Mignette, but then Mignette will be using iClone, but she can support it. Same with having Vernon on here too. Okay. So I don't know if Vernon has the resources. Well, you guys have to figure that out and see who's going to be the one mainly running it. And if we need, if no one has it, I'll need to buy a VPS with GPU resources, and it'll be a shared cloud server that everyone can log into, and then use it that way. So let me know what is the best kind of thing. Okay, so let's go back to our workflow here. So we won't actually touch anything on the main scene, but we'll actually do the to-do list in the scene 1, scene 2, in the sub items. Okay, and then and that way we can kind of separate out the scenes, put all the assets in here that we need, and just build it scene by scene, character by character, motion capture by motion capture, scene assets. So this is the chairs and stuff. So you might need, I need a chair, I need tables, bushes, buildings, school, building, whatever, building, I don't know, cars. And once you get all these assets together, I think we might either I don't know if it's important to iClone or you need to find a link or something. If we do, I'll just add maybe a link list to put that into it. I don't know, or Google Drive folder. I don't know what's needed yet, so I'll just go ahead and put a attribute for long text for now. Asset list. Okay, so asset folder or something like that. Okay, so I'll just put a assets deliverables. Call it that. Okay, so you put everything in here, drop in the folder, upload it. You can link it here. You can add a picture here. You can drop a video here. Whatever you need. Okay. And then lighting, that will probably be, you know, what do we like, top angle shot, go angle of character, zoomed in shot of face, pan from pan camera from Amy to Brad or something like that kind of thing, and then kind of do these shots. I don't know, this, you know, kind of thing, right? And then do boom, and then you do it and put it in there. Okay, so once all the scene's built, all of this is moving these shots and then recording it, I guess, and then this scene is done. Okay, so go ahead and cancel that. Okay, and this is all open. It was, I'm just assuming because we've never done it yet, but as we grow and we learn that we need to add more stuff, just add it, okay, and add what you need and sort it out that way. Okay. All right, so I think that should be it. So that should probably maybe simplify the scene, and then once we do a scene, we'll then release a short. And then once the whole movie's done, we're going to create a trailer piecing out the high points and the highlight points that says, you know, here's the characters, and basically describing these 5 things down here in the trailer, which is, you know, this introduce a character, safety routine, and then the characters that from the experience they teach, and then they reach a lesson, but don't tell them the lesson, but just like, hey, they learned the lesson of, you know, and just cut it out before they actually get the lesson, so they have to watch the whole thing. So that would be the trailer, would be like boom, 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 and cutting out little pieces of all the scenes that we do for the trailer, and we'll release that trailer, and then we can then release the actual thing. Okay. Yeah, and then definitely call it action, subscribe for the release or something like that. You know, and I'm okay with having a subscription because it's actually, that's the intention of that trailer. Okay. What else do I have? I think that's basically all I have. I'm breaking the scene down, and I'm just gonna hide all this stuff so that it's just boom, 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 boom. Okay. Lighting, as we talked about, camera, yeah, I think that's it. Okay. Have any questions? Let me know. Comment on it. I'll put this in the announcements part as part of the training. And then you can start off by using the templates to break it down, and then you can sort it into whichever dates or whatever. This was just brought over from the other folder, so we have different labels. Let's do that. Okay, thanks.